OMG. Welcome back to my channel. So excited you are here. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I appreciate you. It's Jody Dunn, and I'm coming at you with a new weekly video. And this week's video, it's pretty much all going to be gardening. If you are new and you just found the channel, I am so happy that you are here. Would you please say hello to me and let me know you are new down in the comment section so I can welcome you and say hello back to you. And if you are already subscribed, thanks so much for coming back to another video. I definitely appreciate you so very much. Please leave me a hello down there in the comments so I can say hi to you as well. So I think I'm going to start titling my videos a little bit differently. I think I probably am marking this one like Garden Edition because I know I have an audience that does not care for the outside content that I provide, which is totally fine. I totally understand that. But that way, if I title it Garden Edition, you'll know if it's something that you want to watch, if you enjoy watching outdoor work. And then, of course, when I'm inside, if I'm doing cleaning or decluttering or a room makeover or whatever projects in the house, I'll title that appropriately. So anyways, you're going to probably see a lot of gardening editions this summer for my titles. I'm in Michigan, so we really truly have a limited amount of time where we get really nice weather to be able to do gardening. So this is what I definitely choose and want to do during the months when I can do it, especially because we're pretty much locked in the house for at least 6 months out of the year because of the snow and cold. Let me know what state you are from. I know some of y'all are in like super hot states, and right now you can't even get out and do gardening because it's too darn hot. So I can't wait to see what state you are from. I get viewers from all over the world, actually, which is really super awesome. And I said state, I was talking about the United States, but obviously if you're from a different country other than the United States, please let me know that as well. So I'm working on this front garden bed. I already planted about 50 snapdragons that I personally grew. They're all doing really well. But I wanted some more. I really wanted to fill this bed up with cosmos, which I already got planted, and snapdragons. And I definitely did not have enough cosmos. I lost quite a bit of cosmos when we had a big storm and I didn't have them protected, the ones that I sowed myself. So I just went and got a tray of cosmos and a tray of snapdragons from the nursery. And that is what I'm planting now in this front garden bed. And of course, it wouldn't be a gardening edition with me if we didn't see some wildlife. So we're definitely going to be, I'll be showing you some of the wildlife here as well. All my birds and squirrels and chipmunks and everything else that I have. And as I've said before, I have weed barrier down that the previous owner had down. Then we also put weed barrier down. So I got to cut through that a little bit to be able to dig the holes to plant anything. See, even the nurseries must have had a heck of a time because, these snapdragon seeds are like the littlest things ever. This block has 3. I don't know. I feel like they're too, I separated all the ones I did, which was a chore, but I don't know. These are so much bigger. Started way earlier than I started mine. I think I'm just going to plant them together and see what happens. Oh, Lord. I tried separating a couple when I first started planting them because I didn't realize it until I pulled them out that there was so many plants inside one little cell. They're just way too close together. So we're just gonna see what happens. We're gonna plant them together and let that be. We'll just hopefully have some beautiful flowers. So I bought a flat of snapdragons and a flat of cosmos, which are 36 plants, except for the snapdragons I think there was only one or two that had one. And I already had about 50 snapdragons that I planted myself. So we're going to have a whole lot of snapdragons and maybe about 40-ish cosmos. Hi. Hello, beautiful starlings. Hello. Oh. Hi. Oh, sorry. Did I scare you? Okay. Oh, no. The chickadees aren't scared of me. Hi, chickadees. Hi, you cute little chickadees. Yeah. You're not scared of me. No, you're not scared. Hi. Hi, beauties. Hi. Oh, you guys are really fighting. I'm not zoomed in. This is how close, like, the chickadees will come to me. I've heard you guys say before that your chickadees are usually pretty friendly. Hi. 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 Hi, you little cutie. Hi. Okay. Put some peanuts on the ground. I was trying to feed the chipmunk, even though they're a pain in my rear. I was trying to feed them. And a blue jay just came and was so happy. They love the peanuts. Oh, there's more chipmunks. All right, I think I'm going to be done. I might plant... There's Clarky chewing on his Frisbee. I might plant something at the border. I bought a new bird feeder, which the squirrels just knocked down. Anyways, I might plant something at the border over there, but I need to have space to be able to water. I mean, all of this is getting hand watered. So, anyways, I got a whole bunch. I didn't even count, but you can see like the difference between, can you tell the snapdragons that I sowed, which are right here in the front 3 rows, versus the snapdragons I purchased, which all except for like one, I think, have at least... Clark, get out of my flowers. Dang it, he was chasing a chipmunk. Anyways, this is going to be a whole... Donna Jean, stop laughing. Do you want to say hello to the people? They would love to see you. Okay. Say hello. Hello. Okay. So here's my snapdragon area, and then my Cosmo area. And again, you can definitely tell in this area which ones were grown at a greenhouse and planted much sooner than the ones that I have grown. Like, this is one that I sowed. This is one that I sowed. The top got ripped off. I think it might still grow back. So anyways, I did not have a lot of Cosmos at all. Only maybe like 10 that I could actually plant. A lot of them got ruined in that huge storm and got really leggy and stuff. So anyways, we're gonna have beautiful bed of Cosmos. I have 2 blooming. This one is blooming. And, well, this one's about ready to bloom. And then this one is blooming. And again, they're just mixed varieties, so I have no idea what color I'm getting, except for the ones, well, I don't even know which ones I ended up planting that I sowed. So anyways, we're going to be putting up some support for the Cosmos and the snapdragons, but this should look just gorgeous in about a month when they are all blooming. Look at how much my Lysianthus have grown. Oh my gosh, they are so flippin' gorgeous. Let me turn this way so you can see how pretty they are. So many more buds coming. Oh my gosh, they are just gorgeous. And this one is getting huge. I'm so happy. I mean, it started like a whole nother stalk, which is awesome. I haven't deadheaded or anything yet. Can you see all of those blooms? Wow. They're just so pretty. So dang pretty. I was looking outside and what do I see? A squirrel doing his acrobatics. I was trying to watch the birds. Funny, I had quite a few comments last video when I was kind of complaining a little bit about the squirrels and the chipmunks. Why don't you just feed the squirrels? I am, clearly. Hello, squirrel. You and your acrobatics. Yeah, adios. Lord. The squirrels and the chipmunks, they love my house because they eat well every single day. It definitely was not my intention to feed the squirrels or the chipmunks, but they eat every single day here. People on the internet are they're just funny. I know some of y'all feel my frustration. I want to feed the birds, honestly. I don't mind. I actually have one of my bird feeders has a little tray, and I put peanuts out. The blue jays do love the peanuts, but mainly for the squirrels and the chipmunks. I wish they would just stay out of my dang bird feeders. The only way that's going to happen, though, I got to move it off of the tree because it's way too easy access for them. All right, I've moved into the backyard to do some more gardening, but I am pulling some weeds right now. I'm gonna attempt. We're gonna see how this is gonna work. A little chaos garden back here. I had somebody suggest that a few weeks ago, and actually, I follow an Instagram account. He's quite funny, and he does chaos gardening, and I thought that would just be fun. So I have this little teeny section in my backyard. I really don't even know how, but it gets bright sunlight. It wouldn't be considered a full sun area though, but it does get bright sunlight. I've watched it for days and days now, about 5 hours a day. Full sun is 6 to 8 hours. I'm going to plant some things that are full sun, and it's going to be a chaos garden, and I'm just going to see what happens. So I'm just pulling up the majority of the weeds that I can pull up right here. I've already done some weeding here, and I'm also going to pull up, this is what I'm talking about. People of the internet are so funny. Last year, I found goldenrod in my backyard. I didn't even know what goldenrod was. I pulled it up on my app. I scanned it to see what it was, and it said goldenrod, not a weed. And I had a bumblebee on it. The bumblebee was loving it. So I said, well, my app says it's not a weed. I guess I'm going to have to decide if I want to keep it or not keep it. And I got a ton of comments that were like, well, it might not be considered a weed, but you're probably going to want to get rid of it because it's going to spread. We consider it a weed. And so I was pulling some goldenrod recently, and I was like, yeah, you guys said it was a weed, and boy, it's taken over my yard. I'm pulling this up. And then, of course, what happens? The exact opposite. I get a ton of comments that like, goldenrod is not a weed. The pollinators love it. Listen, do what you want in your yard. If you want 200 goldenrods in your yard because it's not a weed and because the pollinators love it, I'm super happy for you. I totally support that. I do not, however, want this much goldenrod in my yard personally, so I am going to pull it. And my app also said that goldenrod needed full sun, and this back here is pretty shaded, so I don't know how it has grown so out of control, but I probably have 200 flippin' goldenrods. Thank goodness they are very easy to pull up by the roots and everything, so I am definitely getting rid of all of these goldenrods. And you can clearly see there's so many leaves here. I hadn't cleaned that area up yet. So it was even growing through the mass of years of leaves that I haven't cleaned up. All right, so I'm in the house and I'm just going through my seed packets. I've got zinnias, I've got cosmos, I've got marigolds, and snapdragons. I even threw some of the snapdragons in here. I just have a little bucket that I'm just mixing all the seeds up in because it's just a chaos garden. I don't know what's going to happen. So I'm just mixing them all up and we're just going to take them outside and throw them down and see what nature does. I, of course, have a ton of variety of sunflowers as well. I'm not even bothering to put the sunflowers in there because I know the seeds will just get eaten anyways. So anyways, I told you the 4 flowers that I'm putting in here, and I'm excited to see if anything happens. I don't plan on like really doing anything with it. To me, that's kind of the point of a chaos garden is you just throw down seed and see if anything happens with them. So I'll kind of walk you through what I'm going to do. So you can see this little section where the sun is hitting. And like I said, I've been watching it probably for 2 weeks now. And it gets about 5 hours of strong morning sunlight. So I'm just sprinkling the seeds on the ground. I'm kind of stepping on them. I'm not burying them. I'm just throwing them on the ground. I did take the hose and just throw like a teeny little mist on them. My husband said we're not supposed to get rain for like 2 weeks, so that does make me a little nervous. So I just gave them a teeny little bit of water. I have no idea if anything is going to happen. I will tell you, since I've done this, I have seen a lot of robins in this area. However, whenever I dig up an area, I do get a lot of robins. I know they're searching for worms. I hope they didn't eat all of my seeds. But, you know, like I said, it's just a chaos garden. So we're just going to see what happens. And when I said I was stepping on them, truthfully, I mean, I was just sprinkling them everywhere. So I was just kind of stepping. I don't even know if I stepped on all of them or any of them for that matter. Something could have even stuck to my shoe as I was stepping. But I just thought this was a fun idea. And I've talked about a ton now. I am not prepared to put anything in this huge area of my backyard to stop the weeds. But if other things are growing, that will help suppress the weeds. So we're just going to try this little fun project, and I will definitely keep you updated as the weeks go on. One of my favorite parts of gardening is that I get to listen to all the beautiful birds singing their beautiful songs. So I'm going to stop talking for a moment and just let you enjoy it. All right, so these were my failed zinnias. Remember, the storm came through and I was having trouble with germination anyways on these, but they washed like so many of them out. So I just put in the ground 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that look decent. I'm gonna bury the rest of this and see if anything happens. I mean, I got this little straggler here. I don't know, it might do something. Look at this. What the heck? What the heck? Like germination after all this time? Are you flipping kidding me? I don't even know if that's a zinnia. That might be something different. The leaves look different to me. We're just gonna bury it, see what happens. Got this idea from a beautiful subscriber that when I was talking about my zinnias said she was having the same problem and she just threw them in her yard in like a corner and was shocked like a month later a whole bunch of things came up. So I'm just going to bury these right here in the front. I'm not even spacing them out, and we'll just see what happens. All right, a 72 cell tray that I got 5 zinnias from. I buried one over here, like super compact. We'll just see what happens. And then I buried the other half of it over here. Again, super compact, except for I did right there. Let's see. Can you see it? Where? It's hard to see in right there. That little guy, I don't know how he's germinating after like 2 months, but I did leave him up to the sun, so we'll see what happens. There you go. And I did start new zinnias just like 3 days ago. So hopefully these will do a little bit better. I already have germination in, I didn't even mark these ones, which varieties they were, but in several of them. And of course, I already told you in last week's video that I started succession planting some of my sunflowers, knowing I can't direct sow them into the ground because the seeds will just get eaten. Now I can't even do this. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them, but hopefully the Mexicans, let me just go show you, the Mexicans are still alive. Hopefully these ones germinate good and I'll plant more. I'm already getting some germination on like the dwarfs again that I was succession planting and some of the taller varieties. Maybe I'll try again and I'll sprinkle down. I was gonna come out here last week and sprinkle down like cinnamon or pepper or something because I've heard that they don't like strong smells. And like by the time I got in the shower and came back out, they had destroyed the rest of them that were left, except for the Mexican sunflowers. They're still there. I'm watering them every day. I'm babying them. They're still there. These were the ones I was most excited about because I've heard I can't see because of the sun. Hopefully you can see. I have heard that they really attract butterflies. So maybe we'll just end up having a big bed of Mexican sunflowers here, and that will be okay with me. All right, now I'm going to fill a couple of hanging baskets. I have 2 hanging baskets that I had saved from last year because I really liked the basket. So I'm just adding some dirt. I'm putting some compost in here and some bone meal. And I'm just going to plant these up with a couple of plants that I didn't use for containers. Normally, the hanging part of the basket just clips on and off. These ones are different. And I was trying to get them off, and they were a big pain in the butt. So I'm just going to work around it. I did actually take them off in the second one that I'm going to do because I'm going to pot up 2 of them. And I broke it. So now I can't even use it as a hanging basket. I should have just left it alone. I don't know why these ones are different. But anyways, I got these gorgeous petunias, which I did put one set. I bought 2 of them because I liked them so much, in a container, and they're doing fantastic. So I'm going to put this set in the hanging basket. And then the other thing, I had bought a double impatiens. So that's going to need to be more in a shaded area. Just doing the exact same thing with this container. And again, I decided I would just go ahead and really try to get these off. The first one popped off just fine, and then I broke the other 2. So now I just have to use it as a pot, which is totally fine. Anyways, this double impatiens, I had left in direct sun for too long, so it's not looking super great. So I'm going to pot it up. I'm deadheading it. I'm going to pot it up. Here's what it looks like. I'm going to put it in shade. It's the only thing I put in here. We're just going to see how it goes. It doesn't look spectacular right now, but you know, it might turn out spectacular. And my hanging basket doesn't look spectacular either, but I think these petunias will grow a lot more and fill this basket out, so we will see. I swear somebody had just commented that something about crows, and I was like, oh, I would love to attract crows into my yard. And I pull in the driveway, and look, there's a dang crow. Oh, I'm so happy. What is he gonna get? What is he gonna get? Oh, he's just beautiful. Just beautiful. Is he gonna get the suet thing? Got knocked down. I did hang it back up, Maybe there's some suet on the ground. Oh, I got a blue jay up there. Hello, crow. Hello. Oh, you're just beautiful. You getting all the stuff that dropped? Ah, so happy to see that crow. I moved Hoya out here because she was not getting any sun in the back. And look at what her peduncle is doing. Oh my gosh, it's finally flowering. I am so darn excited. So excited. Oh, she looks so cute. So cute. Had to give you the Hoya update. All right, now me and the hubs are in the front yard. Oh my gosh, I bought a hibiscus that's hardy to my area. Thank you so much. I had a very, very sweet subscriber that sent me a birthday card. My birthday was back in May. Sent me a birthday card and a $20 Visa card, which was so incredibly sweet. And I used that Visa card to purchase this hibiscus. It was $19.99, and I was so darn excited to find a hibiscus. I've been wanting one since last year that is hardy to my area, so it will come back year after year. So Hubs helped me dig a hole. We had to kind of be careful because this bed is kind of a pet cemetery. We have, I think, 5 cats that are buried in this area. So he's like, we can't put it up on the very top of the mound. That's where one of them is buried. I'm like, oh my gosh. I'll show you the picture of what this one looks like in just a second. I'm going to water it in and hopefully it does really well and it loves this spot and just comes back a year after year. They had about 5 different varieties, so it was really hard to choose which color I wanted, but I'm super happy with what I got. All right, got my first hibiscus. I'm so excited that I found one that is hardy in my area. So I got the Proven Winners Summerific Cherry Chocolate. I think it's gorgeous. They had like, I don't know, 4 different kinds. There was one that was almost white that I got, but I thought this one was super pretty. It already has, I mean, a ton of buds. The hibiscus will bloom for 1 day and then the buds fall off, but they should get continuous blooms. So hopefully I wanted to get it in the ground right away so that it would really take off and hopefully start giving me some blooms. So my plan was to put the hydrangea there, which is so gorgeous. But when I found that, I was like, no, I think that'll be really pretty right here. And I'm going to redo a side garden bed that's on the side of the driveway. And I think I will put the hydrangea there. So super happy to have a hibiscus. All right, I'm going to complete just one more thing for this week's video. I bought some rudbeckia. Rudbeckia, is that what it's called? They're not the traditional black-eyed Susans. This one is Denver Daisy. I almost bought 4. I'm going to plant them in this front bed. I think they get really big. But it's my first time having them, so I don't know. And this one is Sonora. It's got more of a black, it almost looks like a sunflower to me, and it is getting ready to bloom. So we're going to get these planted in the ground. They're going to bloom this year, which is going to be awesome. So let's get that done. All right, of course I pulled out my favorite, one of my favorite gardening tools, the root slayer. I will link this down in the description box. Oh my gosh, it makes it so easy to dig holes, to pull things up with. I absolutely love this. One of you had recommended it to me last year, and so happy you did because this thing has come in handy so many times. My husband digs holes super easy. It is not as easy for me, but this tool makes it easy. So these are perennials, so they will come back year after year. Based on all the research I've done, they even spread a little bit. I don't know. Leave me all of your tips and tricks for rudbeckia. Am I even saying that right? It doesn't matter. You know what I mean. Again, not the traditional black-eyed Susan kind, but I thought these were pretty. That's what my nursery had. I haven't even asked you yet. Oh my gosh, what is going on in your world? Feel free to leave it down in the comments what projects you're working on. Are you doing any gardening? Are you working in the house? I would love to hear what's going on with you. I would love to cheer you on for anything that you are working on. If you want to share it with me, I would love to hear it. And I have to tell you, my girls overheard me while I was editing this video, and they think it is so incredibly weird that I just said that we had a little pet cemetery. Didn't seem weird to me. What does everybody else do when you lose an animal? Gus was cremated. Gus, my Great Dane, he was 150 pounds. There was no other option for that. I mean, I guess we could have buried him. But anyways, any cats that we have lost over the years, they were buried in the front yard because we had Gus. And oh boy, Gus was a digger. That dog loved to dig. And there was no way that I was going to put any of my, I loved them all. It was so sad to lose all of them. We've been very lucky. Almost all of the cats that we have lost, except for 2, lived to a very old age. My oldest was 20 when he died. And the rest of my cats, like I said, except for 2, they lived to 17, 18, 19 years. So anyways, I didn't want to risk Gus potentially digging them up. So they are in the front yard. I definitely kind of wish I would have bought 2 more of these now. It's so hard to know when they're perennial how big they will get. So I'm excited to see your comments if you have experience with this type of perennial, how big it gets. Does it spread? That type of thing. Because, gardening takes patience. You plant something and then you got to wait. So I didn't want to overdo it. So I just decided to buy 2. I might go back and buy 2 more. I'm not sure. But anyways, I'm just going to get them watered in, and then we're going to be finishing out the video. All right, they are in the ground. This one's looking a little bit sad. So hopefully I just watered it. So hopefully it'll pop back up, but it's got blooms on it. So I'm sure it'll be just fine. I might go back and get 2 more for over there. I haven't decided yet. I already told you I definitely wasn't feeling this whole bed because I have got to have room to water. And once some of these things get tall, you won't even know that the middle is kind of bare. So anyways, I didn't show you. I potted this up. It's been a couple weeks now. But this is my front flower pot. These are dahlias. And I asked the nursery if these were self-seeded or if they were seed dahlias. I've grown tuber dahlias, obviously. I've already shown you my dahlia bed. They said they didn't think so because it came with a tag, which, can I even find the tag now? Nope, that's not it. Hang on, let me see if I can find the dang tag. Nope, I don't know what I did with the tag. I got it somewhere. Anyways, it says they need part shade. I've never heard of a dahlia that needs part shade, but I'm just going by the tuber ones. So it's been doing okay. This is really a full sun area, which the rest of the plants need. I thought this one in the middle was so pretty. Let me show you the tag on that one. If I can get it out of here. Let's see. It's called Little Ruby. I'm not going to try to say that. I'm going to try to say it. Alternathera. I don't know. Anyways, this is a dahlia as well. Again, never heard of a shade-loving dahlia, but maybe the seeded ones are. So this is this pot. It's been here a couple weeks. It's doing pretty good. And then I just potted this one up today. Do your containers however you want to do your containers. I chose almost all tall things in this. I put a few of my snapdragons in here, 4 of them, because I still have some more that I have to figure out what I'm going to do with. This, again, is another one of those dahlias that I bought from the nursery. This is a calibrachoa, and oh, dang it, I can't remember what that's called. But anyways, I did that. So I think they both look absolutely lovely. This bed in a month's time is just going to be absolutely full of blooms. I appreciate you so much for spending some time with me today. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and I'm going to see you again next week. Bye.